Hello everyone and welcome to From the Heart Friday, session 164 with me, Jessica Brigden of DSP, Creative Cardiology. Hello, happy Friday to you. Woo! So I hope you guys are doing well throughout most of the United States here. There is some major weather happening today. In fact, this afternoon, or about midday, about noon is when it kind of came in here in New York. And the temperature dropped. It was weird. The temperature actually rose throughout the night. So it was almost 50 degrees this morning. And then by noon, by early afternoon, it had dropped to 17 degrees. So we've had about a 40-degree temperature swing here just in the past couple of hours. And the wind is howling. And we've had snow flurries here and there. So today's video is going to be a little bit short and sweet because I want to make sure I get the whole video in, just in case the power goes out, which I hope it doesn't, but you know, we have to be prepared. So we've got lots of water on hand, and we've got the flashlights and the candles and lots of blankets. Things are warm and cozy so far, and let's hope it stays there. Hey Janelle, how are you? All right, so for today's video, because I know it's a busy weekend for a lot of you, I'm going to show you a one sheet, what I'm calling the one sheet wow. It's a money holder, chocolate bar holder, the whole works, and it's one sheet of designer series paper. Or if you're in a bind, you could even substitute and use gift wrap. That would work as well. So hi Wendy. Yeah, so far we are doing well, staying safe, and David got home. He got out of work early, so he is home now, which is good too. And yeah, so I hope if anybody is traveling, I hope you're not traveling at this point because the weather is already coming in, but I hope if you are, please drive safe, travel safe. Yeah, better to stay warm and cozy and just do what you can. All right, so yes, so a one sheet designer series paper, money holder, chocolate bar, gift wrap, quick and easy. All right, let me show you here. I'm gonna flip the camera and we will get started. Okay, so you can see I have a few things laid out on my table today. Just a quick reminder, we have about a week left in the month of December, so I still have my host code open, 4M9VCZ6F. All right, so if you need some last minute things, of course, Paper Pumpkin here for the US. You can print off Paper Pumpkin prepaid gift certificates there. So that's a nice, quick and easy last minute gift idea. So go ahead, you can shop those in the online store. But yeah, so this is the idea. So I got the original idea. It came from my fellow demonstrator, France Martin. You guys know her as Frenchie, perhaps. And so she came out with a video several years ago, and I ran across it. So I thought I'd do an updated version with some of our new designer series paper. And her project had a belly band that wrapped around, but I'm going to show you a quick tip for using a punch to hold things in place. And essentially what that does, you tuck your flap underneath your punch, and then your package unwraps. You've got your chocolate bar in here, you've got room, a pocket here for your money, the whole works. And it's just one sheet, which is really, really awesome. And who doesn't like chocolate, right? I mean, unless they're allergic, but most people love chocolate, especially if you're a stamper. I know most women love chocolate. I have just Hershey's milk chocolate. This is your standard 1.55 ounce, 43 gram bar. Is usually come in a multi-pack. But you could use whatever candy, flat candy that you prefer here. So with that, I am using the Lovely and Lasting bundle here with the lasting label punch. All right, because I love the way I thought this punch and the stamp added something, it kind of went along with the fanciness, and it had some nice sentiments. So whether you're using this as a gift for you know, for any occasion, you can use Thinking of You, perhaps if you need an end of year teacher or employee, employer, just kind of a nice gift of goodwill. You have a thank you on there. So this is a nice bundle. All right, this is on page 25 of your annual catalog here. All right, this is the lovely and lasting bundle. Hi, Carol. Welcome, welcome. All right, so let's get started here. Grab some designer series paper, your favorite patterns. I am going to be using 2 patterns from the Fitting Florets paper pack. The Fitting Florets designer series paper is only available here through the end of December, and I just checked, it is still available in the online store, so make sure you grab that if you haven't already. And just 2 patterns of your favorite paper. This particular one, this is the beautiful embossed paper from the Splendid Day collection, and of course that collection is now 60% off on the last chance list, so you can get the paper pack for just $6. All right, but for this video here, I'm going to use the Fitting Florets. And what we are going to do is you're going to cut that 12 by 12 paper to 7 inches. So you want it 7 inches wide by 12 inches long. And then you're going to flip over, decide which side you want to use. I love the blue pretty florals there. So I'm going to put that face down and then work with this soft succulent side. So the only thing that you need to actually measure is your midpoint. So if you bring your ends together here, so you're on the short side, bring your ends together and just give that a little pinch right there at the halfway mark. That's the 3.5 inch mark. So you could grab a ruler or pen, whatever. You just want to mark that 3.5 inch mark, because we are going to bring our paper, bring the outside ends, fold the corners in right at that point, okay? So that you get a nice, what that does is it gives you a nice finished point for your project. So bring your paper in and then give that a nice good score. Bring in your other side. We want an actual point there. Believe it or not, that's the hardest part. Just getting that nice smooth point. Now in Frenchie's video, she left her flaps open. I think I'm going to put just a little bit of adhesive right across that midpoint and just tack those ends down just for a little bit of extra security. Okay, so it kind of looks a little bit like a house right now. Okay, so to do this, we are going to put our chocolate bar towards the end, and you're going to fold the bottom of your paper up and over your chocolate. Okay, so just kind of pull that down. You want that right about even with the top of your chocolate. You could even go a little bit beyond if you want to really have it kind of hidden underneath there, and just go ahead and kind of crease that. As you can see it there. I did not do any specific measuring, but if you're a bit type A and it really bothers you, then the score line is essentially, your fold is at 2.5. Okay, so if you come in from the end, it's about 2.5 inches there. And you can go ahead, make sure your ends line up here, the top and bottom, and just give that a nice score. All right, so the reason it's 7 inches is because your chocolate bar here is about 6 inches wide. So that'll give you about a 1/2 inch, a little room, because the flaps are flexible, a little room to play with on each side. So you're gonna put your adhesive on each side here. You can use your Stampin' Seal. I would recommend, if you're gonna go that option, use the Seal Plus, because it has a little extra firm hold. The best thing to do is actually grab your tear and tape, or if you guys still have that the red line double-sided tape there, and just put a little bit of tape right down here at the end. Okay, because this is actually that's the firmest hold right there. Okay, so just grab that Then peel off your ends here. Oops. Boy, can you guys hear the wind? Oh my goodness. All right, so I have a little extra adhesive. Just fold that up over so it's not hanging off beyond your paper there. And if you want, go ahead and kind of tuck your chocolate, make sure you're good. Fold that up. Okay. And then you can see your chocolate bar will tuck right in there. Now, if you are doing some of these, make sure you get an extra chocolate bar for yourself to nibble on while you are while you're stamping. Here I am playing with this chocolate and I'm craving chocolate now. So, all right. So then you're going to fold this up one more time. Okay. And like I said, you don't need any specific scores. Just give yourself a nice, smooth that out. All right. So essentially that line, so the first one was at 2.5, and that one again is at about 2 3/4. So 5 3/4, so 2.5, and then 5 3/4. If you're actually scoring from the end. All right, what we're gonna do again, use that tear and tape. Put just a little bit again on this outside, so your chocolate bar is gonna be nice and safely wrapped. I had thought about tucking your money in this bottom portion, but then I got to think better of it, that if somebody were to actually tear this open, you wouldn't want them to accidentally tear the dollar bill in half, or the check, or whatever it is that you're actually gifting them. So it's better to put the chocolate here in the bottom, the little bottom pouch, and then save and put the money here in this top one. All right, so fold it up first without your money in there. All right, you don't want to accidentally glue your money inside. So now you've got this second little pouch. All right, and your check or your money, whatever it is, it tucks nicely in there, and then you get just a little sneak peek of what's in there. Okay, and then you're gonna bring this the top point here, just bring that over the top, and then wrap that around. All right, and just pull it nice and snug. Okay, like I said, we're not really officially scoring anything. You're just pulling it nice, wrapping it around here. And then we've got this pretty point. The ends are nice and finished. All right, with our tear and tape there. You can pinch those closed just to make sure they're good and tight. You don't want your money falling out there. Okay, so now how do we hold this? So like I said, Frenchie had done a little belly band. You could tie it with ribbon. But the fact of the matter is, if you do that, you have to slide it on and off whenever you want to open it. So I wanted something a little bit easier. So this is where I'm pulling in the Lovely and Lasting stamp set and the Lasting label punch here. So for this, you just need a 2-inch strip of basic white cardstock. So I cut a 2-inch by 11-inch. I can do a few of these along here. And then we are going to use, I like giving the punched area this nice little detail. So I've got my stamp ready to go here. This one I'm going to do in some Night of Navy. So we'll just go ahead and stamp that right on our basic white. Isn't that nice and pretty, classy? All right, and then I'm going to do Thinking of You right in the center. Okay, so you do have extra little elements like little flowers and leaves and a little like scroll work that essentially would fit inside the stamped image. However, if you're using one of the taller sentiments like the Thinking of You or the Thank You, then you don't really have room at the top and bottom for those things. If you're using more of the narrower, like the hello or the cheers, then you could definitely put a flower or a little extra detail above and below your sentiment. All right, so just quick stamp in Night of Navy here. You could also, if you're using this pattern, You could do Night of Navy and Balmy Blue. You could do the Evening Evergreen and Self Succulent if you wanted a little bit of contrast. But I'm just going to go in here, slip this in, give that a nice quick punch. All right, so here is the key, is that when you pull in your dimensionals and you want to use the full size, all right, put one on the left and one on the right. You do not want anything in the middle because you need that point to be able to fit down through here. Okay, so just one dimensional on each side of your punched piece. Again, pull that nice and secure, and then go ahead and place your label here right smack in the middle, and then that tucks in nicely, holds that secure for you, and it's the cutest little gift. And then all they need to do is open it, is just untuck it. You don't have to untie or slip anything off. You just pull out the flap here, so tuck it back in, untuck it. All right, there you go. You do have your money. And then they would need to pull it apart there to get the chocolate bar out. But super quick and simple. And again, I love that it's just one sheet of designer paper, a 7-inch by 12-inch piece, and just a little bit of adhesive. All right, so let me give you another variation. That was, again, with the Fitting Florets Designer Series paper. And this is my favorite pattern, with the beautiful pink Blushing Bride and polished pink flowers on it. So again, whatever side is your favorite. I didn't really care for this side, so that's good. That'll be on the inside. So put your favorite pattern down on the bottom. All right, so you're going to mark your halfway mark, which is 3.5 inches. You can use a ruler and a pen or something, but honestly, easiest thing to do, just put your corners together there, pinch them together. There you go. Make sure you're even. All right, and then just pinch that top part. Hello, hello. Hey, Mom. All right, so again, fold down your left corner right at that mark, and then bring the right corner down to meet it. Again, making sure you're right up there, close. There we go. Pinch it. You want a nice smooth point there at the top. And then go ahead and just put a little adhesive in the middle just to make sure those flaps stay nice and tight and closed. Okay. All right. Wendy says, yes, chocolate is always well received. I agree. I agree. All right. Is anybody crafting along with me? We're just using our favorite designer paper or wrapping paper, whatever you have. We cut this to 7 inches by 12. And then we've folded the corners down at the 3.5 inch mark. Again, bring this back up here. Take your chocolate bar. All right, so Hershey's milk chocolate. I actually prefer, my favorite is, I think, the dark chocolate with almonds, but just in case anybody wants to know. All right, so bring your chocolate, pull that. You actually don't even need to bring it all the way down. Just set it somewhere in the middle and then pull your paper up from the bottom. Bring that up and over your chocolate. All right, and then just make sure that you are even on each side. Give that a crease with your thumbs there, with your fingers. All right, then remove your chocolate. Again, make sure you're lined up evenly. Give that a good crease. And then a little bit of tear and tape. I've tried with just your Stampin' seal, but honestly, it's just not quite secure enough. You want this to stay tight. Janelle says she can't craft with 2 little doggos on her lap. Well, it sounds like you guys are warm and cozy, Janelle. I know Miss Ziggy, she's my personal heater when she's on my lap. And yeah, I'm actually looking forward to a little bit of snuggle time here this weekend. I think that'll be nice. Everything's been kind of go, so I'm looking forward to a little bit of quiet time. quiet time with a kitty on my lap. Sounds good. All right, so again, just a little adhesive on the outside edges there. Fold that up and give it a nice little pinch. Okay, and you can tuck your chocolate safely inside. All right, so if you're using a different kind of candy bar that's a different shape, maybe you're doing a Kit Kat or something like that. I like Kit Kats too. Just measure the length of your candy bar and then add an inch. Okay, you're gonna want to add the 1/2 inch for each side. All right, so that way you could adjust the sizing of your paper, because if you're doing like a shorter candy bar, you wouldn't need the full 7 inches, unless, because if you do make it shorter, then you're gonna need to fold your bill if you want this to be a money holder as well. So this way it just tucks in there nice and crisp. But if you do shorten it, then you would have to you'd probably have to fold your bill. So 7 inches by 12 seems to be the best measurement here. Again, tuck the chocolate inside and then just bring that up and over again. Pinch that along the bottom. Okay, and then put a little bit, keep your chocolate bar in there while you're doing the second part. Again, apply a little bit of tear and tape to the outside edges. All right, just along that outer edge. Okay, remove the tape. Okay, fold that up, and again, just make sure you're smooth on each side. Go ahead and pinch that. Okay, that creates the pocket for your money. So you can tuck that inside. Now bring your point down over the top. Makes a nice, pretty little envelope all finished off. Bring that flap, just pull it tight. Bring that up and over. Okay, and then this time, let me see. This time I'm going to do, let me clean off the Night of Navy. And for this one, you know what? I think I'm gonna do some polished pink and some evening evergreen for this one. So let me see here. Let's do evening evergreen for our detailed stamp. Okay. Beautiful. And then we'll come in with our polished pink for our sentiment. Thinking of you, because that's great for any occasion. And this is a nice treat for any time of year. Make a nice nice little something for graduation, even wedding. It's kind of a fun thing to maybe slip in the card box. It's like a card with a surprise. All right, so punch that out. We'll put our dimensionals. All right, my dimensionals are always going on walkabout. Here they are, hiding under my chocolate wrapper here. Okay, left and right side, again, because you want your point to be able to flip down through the middle there. All right, make sure that's nice and tight. And this one, somehow, I think my paper was a little bit shorter. I don't think this was the full 12 inches. So I'm going to put this one a little bit higher because I want to make sure that that still holds my flap. Okay, right in the center. Beautiful. So fun way to wrap. It's all nice and cute and tidy. And I think I'm gonna have to wrap all my chocolate bars from now on because they're just so pretty. All right, depending on whatever designer series paper you use, you could change it up for the occasion. All right, you can slip those in there. This used the Fitting Florets collection. And then this pretty silver foil. This was the Splendid Day. And then, of course, the punch and the sentiment I used, this was the Lasting Label punch with the Lovely and Lasting stamp set. You can bundle these together. They're in the annual catalog. And if you do the bundle, then you save 10% there. So I hope you guys have enjoyed these projects. And nice way to dress up your chocolate bars. Just make sure to buy extra chocolate for yourself. All right, lots of fun there, and I hope you enjoyed this. Be sure to give me lots of hearts, thumbs up, like, and if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell as well. I so appreciate it. Thank you all. Again, please stay safe, stay warm, and have a great weekend. Snuggle up with your dogs, your cats, your loved ones, and have a great weekend. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next week. All right, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.